This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. Today I'm going to remember to actually take some before footage. This is my stock gauge cluster, and then we have our stock push to start button on the side. Both have silver trim ring, and there's that silver bar that goes across the top and the bottom, and those things just have to change. So let's get this project underway, shall we? All right, here's my interior now. It's actually real simple to get the gauge cluster out. There's just one big trim bezel that pops off, and then there's 4 screws, and that thing comes out real nice and easy. The push to start button, which is located right here, is a little bit more complicated. However, I will admit that you don't have to remove all of this stuff. I mistakenly assumed that I had to remove this large dash piece because this is where the push to start button was. I had initially just removed those screws right there and then just popped off those and those guys and then leaned it back and then been able to peek in behind, and I saw these 3 screws and I thought, oh man, it's screwed in from behind. When in actuality, this thing just has one-way clips, so it pushes in from the front, but it just pushes in and clicks in. So if you don't want to pull this entire piece out, but you want that out, you'll be able to reach in behind here and squeeze the tabs and just push this thing forward, but it does take quite a bit of effort. So I don't regret removing this panel, but I did have to disconnect the center console and move it back, so that required removal of this. This was to get out that big piece. That was required for sure. That's going to be required for sure. And glove box, no big deal. However, this is the only piece that you need to take off in order to get the gauge cluster off. Like I said, there's no screws, it's all just push pins. So you just yank on that, and this you pry very carefully, and this will come out of the steering wheel cover top piece, no problem. Here's another peek from the other side. I know it looks complicated, but Hyundais are actually really simply put together and very easy to take apart, but sometimes you just have to yank a little bit harder, which I know is a little nerve-wracking. Okay, here we are at the parts where I'm gonna paint. This trim ring is going to go green. It came off that push to start button, and this is the interior of this gauge cluster, which I don't know how to keep saying this, man. It's just so easy to take this stuff apart. These were literally just clips, and it just popped apart, and then this piece just basically was held on by clips and popped right out. So I think what I wanna do on this is just maintain the current color scheme of just a slight tiny accent in here. So just paint this thin silver line into green, but I think I'm gonna scuff the whole thing up, and then when I clear coat the entire thing, this will all become a gloss black rather than this matte black. And that is what I'm gonna do, and hopefully I don't regret that decision. Well, of course, I realized I was going to need to pull the car out in order to do any paint work, so I put the dash back together, so there's no reason to be intimidated here. The only thing that's not in permanently is this piece is just set in place right there, but the gauge is disassembled and it's still going to work. It's plugged in just fine. And for the push to start, it's just hanging out right now, and so once I clip on that ring, it'll just push right in and be done. So I was actually really intimidated about this, thinking that my vehicle was going to have a lot of downtime, but turns out there's basically 0 downtime as I can work on this project. All right, here I am ready for paint. These pieces just popped right off. They're just held in by little tiny itty bitty clips, and this is obviously easy to prep, so everything's been scuffed up. Gonna lay down some green on these 3 pieces, and then when that dries, I'll put that back onto that piece, and then I'll lay down the clear coat on both of this one and this one. And here's our finished product, and I'm not gonna lie, this was so much easier of a project than I was expecting it to be. I painted these little trim pieces separately, installed them, and then clear coated the whole thing. So now it is gloss black, and I am immediately pleased with my decision to go gloss black on this rather than keep it that matte black. I think it's gonna look sweet. Okay, and the installation is officially completed, and the gauge cluster is back reinstalled, and as you can see, we've got this nice, beautiful, subtle accent of a beautiful fluorescent green, and I definitely think that that idea of painting everything else clear coated so that it would become a gloss black rather than a matte black was a great decision. That inner dial was already a gloss black, so it matches and complements very well. So I'm very pleased with the outcome of that section right there. And of course, we've just got a little trim ring around the start button now. So, I mean, that's not a big deal at all. But honestly, I thought that these 2 elements being the next phase of the interior paint job was gonna be like a multi-day project. In the past, every time I've had to remove a gauge cluster and open it in order to do paint work, it's been a huge undertaking, but I did both of these in essentially about half a day's worth of labor. So it was super easy and super great payoff. 2 thumbs up, 5 stars, super pleased. Thanks a lot for watching this video with me in the process. I hope you learned something, felt empowered to do maybe some of your own work on your own Kona or whatever vehicle you may drive. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. I hope you have yourself a wonderful day, man. I'll talk to you later. See ya.